How the hell did this happen?
I want to begin this by remembering Sarah, not this man. Sarah Everard had a fantastic future ahead of her and was taken away from her by this police officer. And we should remember Sarah this weekend. It's the 3rd anniversary of her tragic and premature death. I've been concerned for some time that there are systemic and cultural issues within our police service across the country that allow people like him to become a police officer and stay a police officer. What's quite clear from his track record, but also this report done by this eminent Scottish lawyer, is that a number of police forces could have taken action to stop him being a police officer or to kick him out and didn't. This is somebody who'd worked for the Civil Nuclear Constabulary, worked for Kent Police and worked for the Met Police Service. And we now have confirmation there were red flags that should have brought him to the attention of those in positions of power and influence and kicked him out. We also know, unfortunately, many people don't like reporting things because action is not taken, but also some people don't realise wrong is wrong. And that's why it's so incredibly important that there are these, embedded changes in the police service across the country. I think it's far too easy to become a police officer. It's far too difficult to get rid of a police officer. But in any work environment...
It didn't used to be this easy, did it?
But here's the issue is, in any work environment, whether it's LBC, whether it's City Hall, whether it's Sainsbury's, some things are wrong. Right? Forget that you're a police officer. Surely you know if a colleague is sending you this sort of stuff, it's wrong and you should report it and make sure action is taken.
Because his nickname was the rapist, according to some reports.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why, this report was done was to get a proper, facts being found as to what happened, and we can then make sure we can learn the lessons about what needs to be done. But the heartbreaking news is this isn't the only man who is a predator, who has done horrible things, who is a police officer. We know subsequently a man called Carrick was identified to be a serial rapist. We only had in the last 2 weeks an example of another police officer who's also been found to have done appalling things, but was known to have a track record. And that's why there is an issue in relation to vetting, but it's not just about vetting, it's the culture within the police service. Because you've talked about, photographs being shared, people in the police service clearly knowing this man was, in inverted commas, dodgy, but no action taken.
This is that you're highlighting the difference between bad apple and institutional.
Spot on. By the way, so I think bad apples is too easy.
Yeah,
isolated individuals who are problematic. Let's get them out. It's not about that, because you've just shared one of the summaries of the report, which is other people knew there's a problem, didn't take action because of the culture. Allowed this to happen, and the culture wasn't one where action was taken. That's the difference between an organisation that should be, anti-misogynistic, anti-racist, anti-homophobic, and one that will take action against individuals when it's brought to their attention. And that's why there's got to be these, deep systemic cultural changes. And you'll also recall, I was criticised hugely for saying the former commissioner, in my view, didn't have a plan to address these issues, didn't understand these issues, which is why ultimately I lost confidence with her. But this ain't just a Met issue. This is not just a Met Police issue. Do not be lulled into a false sense of security if you're living around the country. Oh, our police officers, the cultures here are fantastic, because you'll hear later on today from the National Police Chiefs Council, but also Sir Mark Rowley, about the issues across the country. And that's what this report shows. Ain't just a Met Police issue, ain't just a Kent issue, it ain't just a civil nuclear issue. It's an issue for policing across our country.